I'm going to run down these honorable mentions because our intros ran a little bit long today, and as it should be, you know what I'm saying? Important things to talk about. See? Honorable mentions. Smiley, 90210, TNT Ladies, Front Door, Training Season, Betelgeuse.
TS to the KE, spelled out for these niggas to keep it calmer. Nothing sweating me but happy endings in the sauna.
Or Betelgeuse. I should have known how to read that. I already messed that up. Drillz, Rapidly, Jayloc, Hard Times, Kwaejo, Ahh Eee.
Hit up Corey for the lineup. Yeah. She wanna swallow my eggplant. Baby girl, get in the lineup.
Egbandz, Real Life, KOGEE, First Toast, SVDVM, y'all see it. Featuring XUAVE and Maserati, More Sprite.
Then I give her space. Roll up, would I rather be big? Took a sip of my Sprite. This is not regular Sprite. Now she
Tizzy, Stackz and Pilla B, Red Light. Delima, featuring AstroKidJay, Finessed, AP, Trendsetting.
Now they wanna see me fold, heart turn cold. I just wanna count that cash. I shit on my past, so fuck all them bitches toxic, then we clap.
Wish, Mainstage, Irack featuring Duvy, Bonnie, KOGEE, LITE, HAINE.
I ain't even worried about the hate, I stay grinding. I'm just saying what comes on my
mind. Paris, Lottery, Boyer Montana, Litty, Mouraine, Open Letter to America.
On the crumbs, that's why they keep us in traps and throw us in slums. A black man in America.
And ASF Lucky 7, 10 times freestyle, yes indeed remix. Shing.
Hey. Friday, can I throw in a quick question, or you got time? Not really?
Yeah, shoot.
Do you think it's hard to make music during this time? Like as an artist, especially if you're like a big artist, like do you fall back and just kind of wait for like this whole thing to, or do you like, you know what I'm saying? Like because people are making music, but none of the music is like talking about this time. Like what's going on, should I say?
Well, it's hard to make music about, I feel like, I guess, in my opinion, it's hard to make music about this time, but I wouldn't advise people to just say, okay, let me just wait till this blows over, because we don't know when it's going to blow over.
Well, what about not even just the pandemic? I'm just talking about even like with the whole protests and the looting and the rioting. Like, don't you think like some artists should step up and like make music to more like tone towards that? Because some artists will just make regular just party music, like, yo, I want to make music to just for you guys to feel good. Where then some people are just like, nah, I want you to make music to kind of like talk about what's going on.
They should know how to find their balance.
This is America.
They should know how to find their balance at this point now. Now that you're seeing what's going on, and if you're a black man, no matter if your music is, and again, in my opinion, no matter if your music is just usually just based on ops and trap or whatever, this affects you too. So even if you're coming from a selfish point of view and you just want to get lit, then join the damn movement, bro. Get in the studio and rap about how you feel about this. How do you feel about it as a trapper, nigga?
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be a full song. Just give me a verse, a couple of bars.
How's it affecting your chops? If I was still rapping, that's what I'd be rapping about right now.
But I feel like that's only towards America. Like in Canada and Toronto, you don't really have
sorry, not to interrupt you, Gucci. Disclaimer. If I was still rapping and trapping, that's what I would still be rapping about right now. Go, Gucci.
Now, I feel like in America, I feel like in America is different. You know, they should be concerned about their music. They can't be really talking about, you know, turning up and stuff, you know? But in Toronto, it's different. We don't have to really change up. Because, you know, Smiley came out with a banger the other day. I'm like,
oh, mixtape was fire.
But Smiley doesn't even, but think about it. These guys spend more than pretty much all their year in the States.
That's
These
why
guys
they're
are
still
Americans,
there.
bro. So it's like, you guys got to kind of talk on stage stuff to an extent. Like Tory.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez is American to me. But like he speaks on these things, like he's talking about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Music wise, I don't know. He hasn't done anything music wise.
He was on the front lines,
being an activist. He is on the front line. But my thing is more towards music. Like music, like do you just halt it? Do you just say, yo, I'm gonna just chill and be more of an activist? Do you continue the same kind of music? Like, it's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
As an artist.
Question, the answer, man, is individual. It's individual. Because the trapper's gonna trap, the real artist is still gonna make music. The pretend artist is gonna try and be like, you know what? This is too hard. I'm not doing this. I don't have no creative drive right now,
Yeah.
But I think it goes down to the individual and the mind state of what the individual wants to put out. So if the individual wants to talk about their trap, or they want to be political and talk about what's going on in the world today, that's what's going to happen. But I don't think it's any harder than it was before. The pandemic will make it more harder than this, I think.
Yeah.
Because now you can't get to certain people that don't have access to studio. I know they shouldn't say don't have access, but like it's not the same. You can't go and do a Zoom studio session. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and videos too.
You're not gonna, right? Like you're not putting out a Zoom video or a Zoom studio session where you're going in. Maybe if you're talking to the engineer like this to fix something, but you're not recording over the Zoom.
Yeah.
Sending it. You know what I mean? So for people that don't have access to studio, that's where it's harder. But people that have access, like who have home studios, they shouldn't stop making music. They should be making music like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like big man, like who have mansions and have big multi-million-dollar studios, stuff like that. They should be dropping tracks. People that
no names called.
I know he doesn't have to.
Yo, man, there's more people than there's so many people with money in studios.
That's
Doesn't have to be multi-million.
No names called.
But you know what I'm saying? Like basement studios. If you have a studio and you can record tracks and you don't need an engineer or a mixer or anything like that, you can do your own, do you? But if you need all that stuff, it's pretty hard right now because you can't get with these people. You can only, maybe get with one or two people, and then you have to worry about how many people are in the building, social distancing, all of this foolishness now. You understand? It's not really foolishness. I know it's a safe precaution, but still, at the end of the day, it's up to the individual how hard it is for them to make music. Facts. If they can afford to go to the studio and be in the studio, or if they have access to studio, or they don't have access to studio, or they're doing it over their phone. Like, yo, the last two times, my brother sent me 2 voice notes. Like, yo, I just recorded this on my phone. Like, what do you think? Tell me what you think about it. Right? So there's all types of ways, garage band and everything, but it's definitely it's up to the individual, I think.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, let's cut to a break. We'll continue the discussion after. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be bringing in Nino Louis for our Smoke and Mirrors session, as well as the interview that we're going to be pre-recording with him. And shout out to Chromas for the interview for the people who are going to be hearing an interview. And that's a form of being able to listening to something other than just everything that's heavy and going on, and lighten up a little bit. So I'm going to take I'm going to take us to a track.
I'll say real quick. Sorry, real quick. Just watch some comedies. Just try to desensitize. I know it's just try to desensitize a little bit. Just a little bit. What are you saying, Friday?
Yeah. No. Try to do some things to lighten up at the same time as getting all the information. That's in closing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take us to a break here with a track by Shaman Nostra. The track is called Bread on the Platter. See.
Palace, what you cooking?
Huh? Nigga, why you acting like a trapper? You was just a capper, you barely a rapper. They tell me I steal it.